What the hell? Shopify just released some major new features in their winter edition. Not only are they launching 150 new features, but they're also doing it in class. So today, I'll go over some of the top features that I'm super excited about that Shopify is just releasing, and also how they're doing it in a beautiful way. Let's get rolling. There's 150 different features they've launched in their winter edition, so I won't go through them all. I'll just go through some of the top highlights. But I definitely recommend you checking out their website, the winter edition at Shopify. They dropped it in such a beautiful way that I definitely think you should check it out if you're interested in that. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. I'm Joe from IWD Agency. We spent 15 years turning e-commerce ideas into revenue. We're Shopify partners, and we've helped brands such as Bobcat, Penn State, and Marucci scale their e-commerce brands online. If you need any help with your brand, feel free to hit us up at IWDagency.com, and let's dive right in. So the first thing I want to show off is, wow, they've blown away with their presentation of this release. They always do it with every release that they have. They do it twice a year, the spring edition and the winter edition, and they always come up with a fun new theme. This one really blows me away. The Renaissance edition, and it's a play with the AI within the Renaissance age. So it's really cool. And their first picture is this Michelangelo, the creation of Adam picture, which they've done a meme and brought it over, but the way that they've recreated this image and the way that it scrolls and they touch the finger is really pretty cool effect that they have here. But they play with the Renaissance type imagery all the way throughout the website to keep it engaging, keep it fun, keep it light, and also really a cool way to present these new features. But let's dive into the features. So to jump into it, they have Sidekick, which is their AI version for Shopify. It's the AI tool that will be in the administrative panel and can help you do different things on the website. It continues to get better with every release, and the AI just keeps getting smarter and smarter. So it's no surprise that this is a big feature that they're highlighting on this release. So the way that they're framing Sidekick is a Shopify expert that's just as obsessed with your brand as you are. So it's your sidekick to help you grow and market your brand just as much as an assistant or a team of assistants. So let's jump into some of the features that they're highlighting here. So the first thing that they highlight with the Sidekick AI is basically being able to build different apps or workflows for your team. So for an example, you can type into Sidekick, hey, create me an app that checks to see if items can be returned or if they can be canceled and that they're eligible to be canceled before they're shipped or something like that, or packaged. This is super cool. We'll build an app for you on the fly that will help you with your return processes. Another example is to be able to create a bulk order from the CSV file for like B2B customers. So if you want to be able to upload a big order from a client and upload that into your system, then you can just type that into Sidekick and say, hey, create me a workflow that will allow my customers to be able to bulk order through a CSV file. So this is super cool to be able to build these workflows automatically just with typing into Sidekick, being able to do this. This is another example of create an event app that generates discount code links for selected products. You'd want to do this for an example, holidays or promotional discounts, but the fact that you can just type it in here and it'll build you a custom app is pretty cool. And lastly, create an app that recommends which products I need to reorder. So these are really cool things. You can build apps on the fly with Sidekick just from any of the business cases that you may think of. This is going to put a lot of app builders out of business, or maybe it allows them to build better apps. But this is really cool that you can just, within typing into Sidekick, be able to build custom workflows and custom apps for your business. Same thing here is they dive more into workflows, so you can build custom workflows with just typing into Sidekick. Different workflows for my business, you type it into Sidekick, then it'll build that workflow out for you. With Sidekick now, you can also build out custom reports. So you can say, hey, show me in the last 3 months what high value products have been selling. You can say, what are the lowest selling items in my store? You can ask it basically any types of questions about analytics for your store, and then Sidekick can build those reports for you. So it's super cool. Sidekick is also very good for helping out with marketing things. So for an example, it's saying show customers subscribe to marketing with no purchases, so that you can send out retargeting emails to those people to see if they want to purchase or abandon cart type emails, but it can do segments for you for your marketing team so they can know who to send these emails to. So once again, this is just within typing into Sidekick or talking to Sidekick about what you want to do. And it will pump out these reports or these marketing segments for you, which is super cool. Now, this is one of my favorite features that's dropped in this winter edition. Now Sidekick can actually update the designs on your storefront. So it's showing here that you're changing a banner or the typography on the banner to target. They're doing a Renaissance version of branding here. So being able to just click here and type in, hey, give me a new tone that you're going for. You can just go in here, quickly be able to ask Sidekick, what's some new brand type copy we can be using for our site, and then it'll update it for you. Another example they have here is basically making it a split banner. So once again, you can have a lot of design control over your website with just typing into Sidekick, hey, make this a split banner, change the banner type. It was super easy. Same thing down here with the featured products. By typing into Sidekick, you can change the layout of the products of your store within just typing into Sidekick without having to go to design, development, QA. All that stuff can be done by Sidekick with just in a couple clicks of a button within typing into Sidekick. So one big note on this though is you have to have a theme that has been upgraded to the latest version to be able to use these features. So if you all have an older theme, then you're not going to be able to use the Sidekick for it. So that's the only caveat I'd have here. So more features with Sidekick. Once again, this is an AI-heavy launch. All the really cool features are AI-centric. So you can change the photos right on your website. So if you want to be able to put your models into a different scene, you can do that. You can modify your site on mobile as well and do photography there. So you can do it on the fly while you're on the go. And then you can do email marketing emails as well with Sidekick. So all really cool. And that's if you're using email marketing within Shopify, then you can use Sidekick to help you with your email marketing emails, which looks really cool as well. So this section of the site is really cool too. This is showing you some examples you can do with Sidekick. The cool thing about this is they have some different examples like a bundle finder, email campaigns, win back, inventory check. But when you click on these, you can say try with Sidekick, and it will prompt you to your store and give you the prompt that they are recommending to do this with Sidekick. So there's a whole bunch of different examples. You can come around here and play around with this, and then you can go and do that prompt in your store and see how it works. So super cool. They're giving you the exact prompts you need to be able to get jump started with these new features that they have, which is super cool. Also now with Sidekick, you can plan more complex tasks. So a lot of times when you have a campaign running or something like that, you may have 10 different tasks you need to do to turn on that campaign and to turn off that campaign. For example, update the banner on the homepage, update the announcement bar, update coupons, do a social post. So you can plan all those tasks with Sidekick, put up a workflow, then check those things off when that campaign is being launched. And then maybe the campaign needs to be turned off. You have that kind of undo checklist for 10 different items that need to be turned off too. You can do all of that workflow within Sidekick. Super cool. And then Sidekick is now offering a voice-powered mobile chat as well. So once again, you're on the go. You want to see how your sales are doing for that day. You can ask Sidekick, and then you can check in real time, modify things with Sidekick on the go. All super cool. The super interesting thing too about Sidekick right now is it's the worst it's going to ever be. It's only going to get smarter. It's only going to get better. So super cool that they're building these features in, and they're so advanced already. So now we get into Agentic AI. This is super cool. Once again, it just shows how quickly things are changing. But this is allowing you to get your products feed directly into the different other AI platforms such as ChatGPT, Gemini, and it's going to allow you to have a little bit more control over how the products will show up in the different AI platforms. So it will show you, an example of how it will show in that platform, and then it will also allow you to feed more data into that platform so that you can answer frequently asked questions, or you can show up into the results of AI easier by following the right kind of schema markup. So you're feeding the data into ChatGPT, Gemini, and the other models easier. So super cool that they launched this feature as well. And then we'll jump into their online portion of the release, which is the A/B testing, which is actually my favorite feature that they launched. And I'll walk through it and show you why this is super exciting. But basically, they're building in A/B testing directly into the Shopify platform, which they have not had before. And so it allows you to test different kind of layouts on your product page, your home page, and see what the conversion rate between those different pages with your audience. The hard thing about A/B testing a lot of times is you have to have so many people test it before you actually get an outcome that's reliable. So for an example, you'll need 1,000 or 2,000 visitors to your store. You'll need 100 or 200 purchases on your store. And if sometimes that takes weeks or even months, depending on how much traffic has come to your store. So where this gets really exciting is they've now built in the Shopify SimGym app, which is essentially AI replicating human behavior on your website. So this is a different app that you have to download provided by Shopify. It's actually on the wait list right now, so I'd recommend downloading it or signing up immediately and downloading it and getting on the wait list because this is super cool. But basically, you can send 1,000 AI bots to your website, and then it will go through your website and A/B test it for you, so you can get the results basically immediately. It will also give you other recommendations about your site, saying, hey, we sent 1,000 AI bots to your website, and your navigation is broken in this area, or it's not easy to find, the women's swimsuits. It was really hard to be able to navigate to that section. So this is actually my favorite feature of the whole launch. While the AI stuff is really cool, I think the A/B testing and having these AI bots automatically test your site is the feature that I'm most excited about. So that was just the highlights of the Shopify winter release. The Renaissance Edition, super cool. There's a whole bunch more features. There's 150 different features from the POS system to a whole bunch of B2B features, developer features, so many more I could go through, but those were just the highlights, the really cool ones. I'd really recommend you checking out their website, the Shopify Winter Edition. The Renaissance Edition is super cool. The website's even fun to play with, so go check it out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.